Yeah, so I don't know exactly what happened. Somehow we lost the transmission, the signal, or whatever you want to say. The broadcast went down. So we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Darren Ruff just doubled, and it's Grady Sizemore now. It's Cologne versus Grady Sizemore. This is a part two, where the last video left off. In case you were watching and you want to come and continue watching, say 1-0 Mets lead, and it's Grady Sizemore, the left-hander, and he bats left. So let's put that in there. Okay, here's the pitch from Cologne. And that's a 2. That's a wheelhouse, a 55, a wheelhouse 55. There's nothing there. That's going to go into the out range. It's a fly ball to left field. Neuenhouse, he's there and grabs it for the out, for the third and final out. And they strand another runner at second base. That's 3 left on base for the Phillies. Go to top of the fifth now. Top of the fifth. And it's going to be Cologne leading it off, and then the top of the order for the Mets. Here's the pitch to Cologne, and that's a 10. Patient. It's an 0-1, a patient 0-1. That's going to be a base on balls for Cologne, so he's on base. Always doing his part. Curtis Granderson. That's a 7. That's in play 44. In play 44 is going to be a line drive to the second baseman and caught. Line out, L4. Juan Lagares. That's a 12. That's a wheelhouse, 0-4. Against a right-hander. It's a deep drive to center field. Back goes Revere to the track, to the wall. Looks up. It's out of here. Juan Lagares puts the Mets up 3-0 with a 2-run shot. And I know that Billingsley wish he had that pitch back. So Lagares gets congratulations in the dugout. Mets has scored 3 runs so far here for Cologne. Miracle. And it's Danny Murphy. And that's a 7. 7 is in play. And in play 37. In play 37 is going to be a ground ball in a third. Cody Ashe up with it across the diamond for out number 2. And it's Lucas Duda now. Lucas Duda. And that's a 4. That's patient. 0-3. Patient 0-3. And that's ball 4. So Lucas on with a walk. Wilmer Flores. And that's a 6 in play. A 71. In play 71. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Ben Revere, in a few steps, makes the catch, and that's out number 3. But a 2-run shot by Juan Lagares gives the Mets a 3-0 lead. And now Bart's going to be facing Cody Ashe, Cameron Rupp, and then the pitcher spot. Probably going to see a pinch hitter in this situation. And that's going to be a 7. That's an in play, a 92. In play 92. That takes us to the out. It's a ground ball to Ruben Tejada at second base, over to first. 1 away. Cameron Rupp singled earlier on. That's an 8. It's a ballpark, 73. A 73 ballpark with a righty. It's going to be in the in play range. And that's going to be a 47. In play 47 takes us to an out. Lined, caught by Flores at short. L6. Those are the fast action cards I use. And then here's the pitcher spot. So we're going to bring in, he's my all-around infielder. So I'm going to hold off with Hernandez. Not going to use him yet. I'm going to use Francoeur if I have Francoeur in this set. Let's see. Payoff pitch gives you a lot of players, which is good when there he is. Francoeur is going to bat. So here goes Francoeur against Cologne. Let's write him in. Add sub Jeff. Add sub Jeff Francoeur. Here's the pitch with 2 outs. And we still didn't bring him in. We wrote him in, but we didn't bring him in. And no. And I have a player that I have to get rid of. Just an empty spot there. Kind of weird thing happened. Never had that happen to me. All right. I'll get rid of him at the end. So Francoeur is... Oh, wait a second. That was funny. I gotta undo that. I just put an invisible player in there. So Francoeur. No. Okay. Francoeur is in there now. Here's a pitch to Francoeur. It's a 5, tough, 58. A tough 58 is a fly ball to right field. And it's Curtis Granderson. Gets under it for out number 3. So Billingsley is out, and we're going to bring in, do we have Janmar Gomez or Justin DeFreitas, or Fratus, or however you say it. Let's see. Harang, Giles, Alec Asher, Gonzalez, Janmar Gomez. So we're going to bring in Janmar Gomez. Oh, you know what? We can, hold on a second. I know what to do here. Let's write his name in now. Janmar Gomez. There we go. Janmar Gomez. And we just added him. Great. Okay, so he's in there. He's pitching. He's going to face Neuenhuis, Recker, and Tejada here in the top of the 6th. The Mets are winning it. Cologne and the Mets are up 3-0. And that's a 7. That's an in-play 50. In-play 50. And that's going to be an out. Ground ball to short. Galvis over to first. 1 away. Galvis now plays with San Diego. Had a lot of friends on the Phillies. Was with them for a while. 8, that's patient. 48, a patient 48 is a single. So Recker with a single. Ruben Tejada. And that's a 9 in play. 0-0. That's going to be an unusual play. And it's a 6 with a runner on base. It says C, D, or F catcher range. Unable to block the pitch. C, D, or F. So let's see, C, D, or F for Cameron Rupp. Cameron Rupp is a D. So that's going to be a pass ball. So over to second goes Recker. Here's a pitch to Tejada. And that's a 9. That's in play, a 76. An in play 76. It's a fly ball to center field. Ben Revere is there. And now it's Cologne. Cologne with 2 out. It's a 10. That's a 9. A 9 is in play. 84. In play 84. That's going to be an out range. It's going to be a ground ball to short. And that's all she wrote. For the Mets there. In the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ben Revere is going to be leading it off. Here's the pitch from Cologne. It's a 12 in play. It's a 64 in play 64. It's a ground ball to short. Flores guns it to first. Revere is out by half a step. Freddie Galvis at 11. That's a defense. And that's an error 6. Flores at short is an E2. We rolled a 21. That's probably going to be an error. He's an E2, and that's definitely going to be an error. Let's see. Got a 3 up there. That's a 1 base error, so it's an E6. An error on Flores, who's not really known as a great defender. And Freddie Galvis is on first base on the miscue by Wilmer Flores. 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. There's one out. Freddie Galvis is on at first, and it's Chase Utley, the lefty. That's an 8. That's a ballpark, a 47. And that's going to be a wheelhouse against a righty. It's 1-15. The ball's out of here. It's an 86. And that 86 is going to be a ground ball to second base. Double play there. And double play there. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Tejada to Flores to Duda. And the Mets get out of the inning. 4-6-3 double play. So Utley hits into a double play. And the Mets are out of the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Genmar Gomez on the mound for the Phils. Here's the pitch to Granderson, who's 0-3. And that's an 8. A patient 43. It's a base on balls. So Granderson, we're going to take a look at 12. So no, he doesn't get a chance to steal. So Juan Lagares, and that's a 9. That's in play 20, and in play 20 is going to be a single. Going to look at the fast action information for base advancement. Single line drive into left. Runner on first advances 2 bases. So Granderson hustles it to third base. Kind of caught everybody by surprise there. And it's Daniel Murphy, first and third. Infield's going to come in for the Phils in this situation. And it's Murphy, a 7, in play 27, in play 27. That's going to be a base hit, grounder up the middle to center field. Runner on first, advances to second. Other Curtis Granderson scores. So it's an RBI single with nobody out here. He advances and he goes to second. So Murphy with an RBI single. And it's Lucas Duda now. And there's action in the Phillies bullpen. And that's a 6. That's tough. 22. A tough 22 is a strikeout. So Lucas Duda strikes out. Wilmer Flores. That's a 4. That's a tough. A 44. A tough 44 is going to be a line drive caught by Freddie Galvis at short. 2 away. Runners on first and second for the Mets with 2 outs, and Neuenhouse, who's doubled, walked and grounded out, is going to face Gomez. And that's a 9. That's in play 0-0. That's going to be an unusual play, a 3, with runners on base this time. B, D, or C, or F range catcher unable to block the pitch, so it could be another pass ball. Let's see. And we looked at that before, and he's a D, I believe. So that's going to be another second pass ball for Rupp in this game. So we're going to hit that right there to third, goes on a pass ball. And then to second, we're going to just put on the throw, I guess, defensive obstruction caught stealing, held up, advanced by batter. Can't write another pass ball because it may credit Rupp with a third pass ball. So we're going to just put advanced by batter. Okay. So it's second and third now. Both runners move up on the pass ball. And Neuenhouse still at the plate. And that's going to be a 7. That's in play 73. In play 73. That's going to be a fly ball lifted to deep center field. Revere back and makes the catch by the track. So the Mets pick up an extra run here. And now they lead it by a score of 4-0. Go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Cologne facing Ryan Howard. Going to have a new pitcher coming in for the Phils. And that's a 7. In play 95. In play 95 is going to be a fly ball to right. 1 away. Granderson's there. Darren Ruff, he grounded out and doubled. 7 in play. 38 in play 38. Takes us to the out range. Ground ball to first. Duda on his own. 2 away. Grady Sizemore. 6. That's in play. A 90. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Granderson again moving towards the line and makes the catch. Have a new pitcher for the Phillies now. And we can have Araujo or we can have Freitas. Let's see if we have either of those players. Araujo or Freitas. Let me see. Araujo. There he is. Elvis Araujo. Or Freitas. Freitas may be a better choice because Araujo's a lefty, but I'll still take him. At least I know they're on the team at this point. So I don't have... Oh, there he is. Just good. Justin Freitas. That's what's great about Payoff Pitch, man. You get almost every single player. Look at this guy. Well, he played a lot. You'd probably get him with any game. But there's guys in here that you'd have to pay an extra, and you still wouldn't get these guys. Even paying extra, they don't even make the guys. A lot of these companies. I mean, they're all great companies. They just disappoint me when I'm a real stickler for that. I like to have every single player. You know, I'm crazy that way. I want to give these guys on the bench an opportunity to show up. So Freitas, Justin Fratus. I'm sorry, Justine de Fratus. Let's see. Justine de Fratus, and he's a right-hander, and he's in there. Justin de Fratus. All right, or de Freitas, however you want to say it, makes no difference to me. Anthony Recker. And the pitch is in 11. It's a patient 88. A patient 88 is going to be a ground ball to short. Galvi's up with it over to first. And that's one away. Ruben Tejada, who's 0 for 3 today. That's a 10. That's a ballpark 08 right-hander. It's going to be Wheelhouse. Wheelhouse is a 1 and 2. And that's a 95, so nowhere near that. That's a fly ball to left. 2 away. And Cologne is still in there. He's gonna bat. They're not taking him out. In play. And that's a 0-7. In play 0-7. That's a base on balls. The second walk of the game for Cologne. So Cologne's on at first. And Granderson. That's a 6. That's in play. A 61. In play 61. Going to take us into the out range. A fly ball to left. And that's out number 3. So we're in the bottom of the 8th. It's Cologne still in there for the Mets. He's pitching a 4-hit shutout right now. I hope we didn't condemn him to fail by mentioning it. All right, 11. That's a defensive check. Let's see what happens here. It's a range center field. We got Lagares. Should have good range. I think you want to Gold Glove. He's got a B range. So we rolled an 82. That's definitely going to be an out. Range, a B range, an 82. That's going to be an out. So Lagares, well hit, but Lagares runs it down in center. So 1 away. Rupp now, he's 1 for 2. A line drive, single in a line drive. And that's a 6. That's in play. A 34. In play 34 takes us to a pop-up to the third baseman. Danny Murphy right there makes the catch. 2 down, and it's the pitcher spot. The pitcher spot, we're going to bring in Hernandez. Cesar Hernandez, switch hitter. Let me see. Genmar Gomez was first, and then it's Freitas. And now it's going to be Hernandez. Let's see if we have Hernandez written in already. No, we don't. So we're going to add Cesar Hernandez. And Cesar Hernandez. And he is a switch hitter. So he bats both. Okay. And then we're going to bring in, who did we say? The lefty. There was a lefty that we found that we wanted to bring in. His name was Araujo. He pitched in this game, so he's going to come in. All right, so Cesar Hernandez. batting for the pitcher. And here's the pitch with 2 outs. And that's a 9. That's tough. 35. A tough 35 is a strikeout. So Hernandez down on strikes. Okay, so it's going to be Juan Lagares leading it off against Elvis Araujo. Elvis Araujo, let's see. Got to write him in. Trying to get all my games in today because tomorrow I'm going to have a crazy day. First I'm going to the doctor, then I'm going to the dentist. A wellness checkup, and then they got to replace a couple of temporary crowns. And who knows what's going to happen, what kind of mood I'm going to be in tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'm getting as many games as I can in today. Juan Lagares. That's an 8. Tough. A 33. Tough 33 is a strikeout. So oh, that's against a lefty. So, yeah, it's still a strikeout. There we go. Top of the 9th here. The Mets are up 4-0. Colon pitching a 4-hit gem. And that's a 7. That's a 7. That's a tough. A 17. A tough 17 against a lefty is a strikeout. Tough 17 against a lefty is a strikeout. Had it been against a righty, would have been a different story. So Murphy strikes out. And now it's Lucas Duda with 2 outs. And that's an 8. That's a tough 31. A tough 31 is a strikeout as well. So 3 up, 3 down for Araujo here in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And Colon's trying for a very unusual complete game. Don't see these very often. It's going to be Ben Revere leading it off. He's 0 for 3 today, a 9. That's a tough 41. Tough 41. Oh, just outside a single. And it's going to be a ground ball to third. Murphy up with it. Throws him out. Revere has good speed. Freddie Galvis is 0 for 3. He reached on an error. And that's a 3. That's a tough 68. That's going to be in the out range. A ground ball to second baseman Ruben Tejada. Tejada flips it to Duda. 2 away. And we're 1 out away from Colon's second victory. And here's Chase Utley. That's a 4. That's patient. A patient 59. And that's going to be in the out range. And that's going to be a ground ball. This time to Flores. He picks it up. Hesitates. Whips it to first. Then gets Utley for the final out. Mets win it by a score of 4-0. Colon goes 9 innings. Completes a game. Allowing only 4 hits. And the line scores were the Mets. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. 9 left on base. The Phillies were no runs, 4 hits, no errors, and only 3 left on base. And Colon really pitches masterfully, and he's been that way the last 3 or 4 outings. And the Mets have just never really scored any runs for him. Today they got 4 runs for him, which is not bad, but it would have been nice to score some, 6, 7, or 8 runs a couple of times. So Colon become now. His ERA goes a little bit lower. It was at 3.05 when he came into the game. I can actually look right now. He's still in the game, so I can pull up his stat right here. So let me see. I need his pitching stat. Let's look. Okay, so let's see. I have. You know what? Okay, I have his pitching stat up till today. I have to exit out for it to kick in. So then I got to give him his win. I go back here. I'm using iScore on the right. And the loss goes to Billingsley. And then I'm going to email myself the box score. So Colon improves his record to 2-3. And I'm going back to look at his ERA now. His ERA has improved. His ERA goes to team stats. Let's see. His ERA goes to 2.47. He's 2-3, 2 wins, 3 losses with a 2.47 ERA. So not too shabby for big sexy Cologne. And that's it for tonight. Well, tonight I don't know. I may play another game a little bit later. I'm gonna take a little break. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave some comments if you have any. And I'll see you guys soon with the Bartolo Cologne replay, 2015 year of the Mets going to the World Series. Take care now.